You still have about 5 minutes to invite others to join. We have 787 friends connected, so we still have time to actually invite others to join us. Give me 1 second. All righty. Well, friends, let me change the chat. Let me change the chat so that the comments do not interrupt. You can still send me um, notes through the chat, and I'll be more than happy to reply to them. Okay, so I'm ready. So let's start the presentation. Nope, I don't want to start that presentation. I want to start presenter with a view. There you go. There you go. Enter full screen. Perfect. And I need to start here. Perfect. And I need to present the screen. 1 second, friends. 1 second. Oh. Boom. And one more thing. One more thing is. All right. All right. Well, welcome, friends, to another episode of my virtual Bible tour presents. I'm going to be your tour guide. My name is Stalin Acosta, and I am so happy to have you here join me tonight. We have an interesting tour. This tour, we've been working on it for a couple of months, and we're putting the final touches on part two. I hope you really like it. It's one of my more recent tours. And also, if you put your email on the chat, I'll be more than happy to send you when I release part two. So please put your email and I'll release part two of Hannah, part two of Daniel, part two of Samson, and part two of the Moabite stone. So there's a lot of work coming in the next couple of weeks, and I don't want you guys to miss a thing. And talking about not missing a thing, I want you to look at my calendar and I want you to tell me if you can see my screen, right? And by looking at my screen, you can see what are the next tours that we're going to have in the next couple of weeks. So today I'm going to present Samson. Next Monday, I'm going to present the Misha Steel, which is the oldest approved, recognized trace of Jehovah's name. We're going to go to the Louvre Museum in Paris. And then the following Monday, I'm going to be in Florida. We're going to take a tour of the Brooklyn Museum while we look at the 10 plagues. This is a brand new, different style of tour where we're going to go in person into the museum and you're going to see when I record it. So let me give you a preview of what you should expect on the tour next Monday. Please watch your screens. So archaeology doesn't completely prove or disprove the Bible. Instead, it has other important purposes. In many ways, it helps us see, understand the real physical world that the Bible talks about. And that's exactly what we're going to find out in the Michel steel, or as some people call it, the Moabite stones. What type of questions are we going to answer next Monday? What is the Moabite stone? Why is it so important to us Bible lovers? When was it discovered? We're going to have a trivial time. Who discovered it? Where was discovered? And what does it mean to us? So please mark your calendars. Every Monday at the same time, I'm going to be presenting a new tour. And for the month of February, I will be posting other tours for your enjoyment as well. So, what is it that we're going to see in Brooklyn? That is the Brooklyn Museum, the third largest museum in United States, and one with the largest Egyptian collections in United States. And that's why we're going there. The Met has the largest one. This has the second largest one. And we're going to see what can we learn from the artifacts that are there. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. It's completely free. You don't have to pay anything. However, if you want to support our channel, it's only $4.99 a month, and you have a total of 461 videos to watch. And I don't think you can watch that in 30 days. You can try. You can try it. But now I'm going to dedicate more time to releasing tours that the friends will like. We have friends in Egypt. We have friends all over the world. And I'm going to be collaborating with different people to bring you the best of traveling without leaving your house. So how can you thank us for the work that we're doing? If you have social media, go to social media and share with people how the virtual tours since 2020 has had a positive impact in your life. Your comment in social media will help us a great deal. So you probably know that when I was asked to move from Texas to Florida, we really put trust in Jehovah that somehow he was going to give us a job during the pandemic. And little did we know that conducting virtual tours was going to be a way for us to make a living during the pandemic. Now that things are back to normal, this had become my part-time. And what a dream this is. I'm going to be creating materials based on the Bible to strengthen those who love the Bible. So if you like what we do, please support our channel. And if you can support it, then you can write us a note and send us something, a letter of appreciation. What I do when I'm not conducting virtual tours is I'm helping friends plan their trip to visit Jehovah's house, Bethel. I work for this company, Best Life Trips, and what they have done is they prepare affordable trips to New York, to Canada, so that you friends can visit Jehovah's house. So if you've been looking to go to Bethel and there are so many choices and you don't know which one to choose, this is the company to choose to go to Bethel. Let me show you a video.
It's been fun. We've enjoyed everybody we've been with.
Well, you were very thoughtful, very organized.
It was amazing. The people, everybody was just amazing.
But I think if anybody wants to see how we know this is the organization Jehovah's using, you've got to see it in person. You've got to see the respect and love, not only for each other, but for Jehovah's Word.
Everyone's been so quiet and kind, and it's been wonderful.
The friendships, the way people helped each other throughout the trip, it's just amazing. And
I'd do it again. I would do it again.
yeah, we would do it again in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
So there you go. We have more of those on the website if you want to get more referrals. These are all the dates for the trips we have for next year. And I think there's a total of 3 + 3, 6, 7. We have a total of 14 trips. I'm pretty sure one of those days matches your trip. But if you've been to Bethel, then you may want to go on a cruise. They are affordable. Jehovah's Witnesses love to go on a cruise because it's cheap. You have great food, great company, and we can put a tour, a cruise for you and your friends for very little. If you have been one of the fortunate ones to go into international convention, let us help you by finding flights or activities post convention. We have put together a great plan so that you have something to do when you go on the other side. Okay? But if you were not selected to go on a convention, if you already been to Bethel, let us do your planning. We are, we can say, the only JW only travel agency for JWs. So if you want to talk to someone and you said, this is what I want to do, this is how much money I have, they're going to put a package together for you. Something that I don't think other travel agencies can do because they don't know Jehovah's Witness. We do. So give them a call, 817-607-8019. My wife works on Mondays and Fridays, but there's always a sister there during the week. This year is kind of a special. 2026 is special because since November of last year, the Dead Sea Scrolls are here in the United States, and they're going to be available at the Museum of the Bible. Why is this relevant? It is relevant because we have 7 trips that are going to go to Washington, D.C., and you can actually see the Dead Sea Scrolls in person. You can see something that has survived over 2,000 years. So we're going to go there in April. And in April, you're going to see the Psalms, Numbers, Lamentations. And then from May to September, you're going to see Isaiah, and you're going to see from the book of Genesis, the birth of Noah. And I'm going to have a tour just about the Dead Sea Scrolls and how that had changed our lives. But friends, you're going to notice that we love the Bible, but we also love museums, especially those museums that talk to us about the Bible. If you want to have a personal study, please type the word museum on the Watchtower Library, and you're going to see many museums that the organization have used to produce the magazines that we love so much. Sharing is caring. Now, let's get the show started. All righty. Samson
that was born to deliver Israel, a man of unbelievable strength, a Nazirite from birth, chosen for a divine mission, from tearing lions apart to toppling enemies. Samson, the judge who changed history.
Then Jehovah's Spirit empowered him, and the ropes on his arms became like linen threads that were scorched with fire, and his feathers melted in his hands.
So there you have it, friends. Can I get a reader for Judges chapter 15, verse 14? If you would like to read from the Bible, we encourage you to do it. Raise your hand. If you are a child and you are accompanied by your parents, please ask them to change your name, put a little star in front of it. That way I can call you. Let's ask the Gaskin family to help us read Judges 15:14.
Then Jehovah's Spirit empowered him, and the ropes on his arms became like linen threads that were scorched with fire, and his fetters melted off his hands.
Yes. Why are we reading that text? You're going to see the connection. Because we're going to make it very clear that it wasn't the hair that made Samson strong. It was Jehovah himself who would strengthen him. So Why did Jehovah raise judges? We can find the answer in Judges chapter 2, verse 16. And we're going to ask Deborah Green to read that text for us. Deborah, Judges
Um,
chapter 2, verse 16.
Judges. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. I'm coming. You said Judges chapter 2.
Verse 16.
Okay.
If you look at the screen, it's right there on the screen.
Oh, okay. I'm looking in my Bible. Okay. So Jehovah would raise up judges who would save them from the hand of their plunderers.
So there you go. Pretty simple. Jehovah will raise judges to deliver his people. Instead of having a king, they have judges. And let me tell you, Moses served as a mediator from the covenant, but also as a judge for 40 years. Yes, if you didn't know that, now you know. But we're going to look at the episode when Jehovah traditionally call in the Bible the period of the judges. Yes, Moses can be considered the first judge, but we also want to review the period called the period of judges. So if I were to ask you, which judge marks the beginning of this period, what would you say? Which judge from the period of Judges marks the period of Judges? Leonor?
I didn't take my hand down fast enough. I'm going to guess and say Samson.
Okay, thank you. Let's ask the Jefferson family from Philadelphia.
My guess would be Gideon.
Gideon, all right. Let's ask, I'm going to continue asking until we find the answer. Cheryl from Tennessee.
Othniel.
Who?
Othniel.
Ah, Othniel. Yeah. You got it. Othniel was the first one who was considered to be the beginning of the traditional period of the judges. If you didn't know, now you know. Make a note. Look at the screen right now. Here are all the judges of Israel. Is there somebody missing from this list? Yes, no, and why? Abby, what do you think?
I'm sorry, Brother Acosta. I didn't have an answer. I was wondering if there's any way you can raise your volume.
Okay. Okay, I can definitely do that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bruni.
I'm going to say Samuel is missing.
Samuel.
Yes.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
Okay.
Let's ask Charlotte. Charlotte.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I was I did not know I was unmuted. I'm sorry, Brother Acosta.
No, it was me. It was me who unmuted.
Well, there were 12 judges and there's 12 right here, so no one's missing.
All right. All right. Wow. I guess nobody wants to become argumentative. Let me ask one more person to see if she gets it. Cynthia Williams?
Yes. Is it Deborah? She was considered a judge because
Let's give Cynthia a round of applause. Let me see if I can give a round of applause. Oh no, I cannot show emotions, but maybe you guys can show emotions and give a round of applause to Cynthia. Yes.
give it to Jehovah deserves
Jehovah deserves the what? Okay, I think she means Jehovah deserves the praise. The reason why I praise this is because when you read Deborah and you see what she did, you may consider her to be a judge. However, when you go into the inside book, these are the names that were considered to be quote unquote traditional judges. So that's why Deborah is not here. If you disagree with this, please send me an email, send me a text, and I'll be more than happy to review your research. It's a controversial one, but I would love to hear your comments. Please enter your comments down below. Anyway, here's the timeline of the judges. Remember, Moses was the first one, but there is a traditional period of the judges, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Othniel was the first one, and Samson was the last one. So we were talking about the need. Jehovah had a need to raise judges. What happened to Israel? Why was there a need to raise judges? Can anybody give me a hand and help me read A Nation in Need of a Savior? Let's ask Patricia Rose to help me with it.
Oh my goodness. Sure. All right. A nation in need of a savior. The narrative begins. I have an echo here. I'm sorry. The narrative begins in a period of turmoil. The Israelites had turned from their God, Jehovah, and as a consequence, were subject to the control of the Philistines. This hostile environment created the need for a divinely appointed leader to initiate their rescue. Jehovah allowed the Philistines to control their land.
So Jehovah is in full control of the situation. Would you agree? But there is a purpose. There's a purpose on all of this. And you can see where the judges place along everywhere here. Is there a name that calls your attention that may be from someone in modern time? What names do you see here that might remind you of a person from our time? Let's call Jackie. Which judge's name reminds
Elon.
you of my time? Huh?
Elon.
Elon Musk. Very good,
Yeah.
Jackie. Very good. Another name, Juanita Thompson.
Barack.
Barack. So you can see how some of these names have made it to our time. Just a little trivia for you to know. So this judge will save Israel from the hands of the Philistine. But this judge was going to be different. What made this judge so different? Well, his source of strength will not be physical. His source of strength will actually be a gift from God. So what are we going to be talking about today? In order for us to understand the complete picture, we need to know the geography of fear. We need to know the technology gap. We need to know the divine strategy, and we need to know the Nazirite vow. As we remember, in 1513, during deliverance of God's people from Egypt, Jehovah didn't guide them through the lands of the Philistine. Interesting. But who were the Philistines? Who were the Philistines? Did anybody know? Who were the Philistines? What is your search? What is your research shows? Dixie?
The Chaldeans.
The Chaldeans. Very good. And we're going to see how that is connected. As early as the time of Abraham, and his son Isaac. The Philistines have resided in Gerar in southern Canaan. They had a king, Abimelech, and an army under the commandment of a certain guy called Phicol. And we're going to see a lot more. Can anybody give me a hand to understand a little bit more about the Philistines? And this is a historical portion of the tour, and you can compare this with any encyclopedia. Let's call Betty. Betty Lynn, can you read the Philistine Pentapolis?
Origin. Invaders from the Aegean Sea, warriors from Greece and Crete who swept across the Mediterranean, destroying Bronze Age civilians. The 5 cities, Gaza, Ashkelon, Ashdod, Ekron, and Gath, formed an iron confederation of military might. Their culture, they brought distinctive pottery, a diet that included pork, and most importantly, the technology of war.
So think about these 3 things from a secular point of view. And we're going to see how Jehovah is going to address each one of them. Friends, we are approaching the 999 connection limit. If for some reason we get to 999 and you have more than one device connected to your to the tour, feel free to only have one device so that other people can connect and we don't leave anyone out. You can actually watch the tour from the YouTube channel. If you're not planning to participate, feel free to disconnect from Zoom and actually watch it from our YouTube channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you go to this tour and you add your comments, that helps out a great deal. So, in the 12th century BCE, Egypt was under Ramses III, and they were attacked by a confederation of tribes from the island of the northern countries. Among them were Pelset, widely identified as the Philistine. So if you want to take this word for your personal study, that will be great. That way you can do additional research. This relief depicts a dramatic sea battle between the Egyptian forces and these invading groups. What is the point? The point is that the relief is showing us what the Philistine may look like. Does anybody recognize this? Who this picture reminds you of? Let's ask Roger. What does this picture remind you of?
Goliath.
Let's say it one more time.
Goliath.
Goliath. And where was Goliath from? He was a Philistine. So friends, right now, the invaders will wear a distinctive feather headdress, visually distinguishing them from the Egyptian. And we're going to see how this will help us understand this. David and Goliath. Anyway, as you look at this, now you have more reasons to do personal study to understand the Philistine, because they will be Jehovah's enemies for a long time. They were called the Sea People. You can also look under that. But the thing is, they were able to beat the Egyptians, destroy their cities, and that's why today the southern coast of Canaan, which we call Palestine, belongs to the Philistine. And this is an area that is still being contested all the way to our time. The Bible also remember the Philistines as coming from Caphtor, often linked by scholars to the island of Crete. And you can look more under that. So right now, you're looking at an Egyptian depiction of Kepti from earlier centuries that matches what we talked about earlier. At any point, archaeology plus Bible text shows that the Philistines were not native Canaanites, but sea people from the Aegean culture. They became Israel's most powerful neighbors. And that's why all the way until nowadays, there is this rivalry between these two cities. Anyway, what was the main region of Philistine settlement along the coast of Canaan? Raise your hand and give me your answer. Nancy Taylor.
Around the Sea of Galilee, from Jopta to Zaza, near the Dead Sea, in the Judean highlights.
All right. Thank you, sister, for reading all four choices, but only one of them is the right one. Let's call Cheryl from Tennessee. Which
From
region? Hmm?
from Joppa to Gaza.
Very good, very good. And this coincides with what we know today. If you've been to Israel, which my wife and I had the privilege of going there in 2023, you can actually see this. And I'm going to do a video about that very soon. So now let's take a moment to step into Samson's world. Now that we know this, let's take a moment to step into Samson's world. Look closely at the land of his greatest opponent, the Philistines. Imagine the coastline of ancient Canaan stretching out before you. Right here, along the shimmering edge of the Mediterranean Sea, lay a powerful region known as Philistia. It wasn't a small territory. It ran about 80 kilometers, roughly 50 miles, from the north near Joppa all the way down to Gaza, the stronghold city where Samson knew very well. From the sea, the land pushes 50 miles inland, forming a compact but strategic strip of power. This gives us a very good understanding of all the conflicts that are in that area. Judges chapter 10, verse 6 to verse 8 gives us a little more understanding of what's going on, but we're only going to focus on verse 7. Let's call Sienna.
Again, the Israelites did what was bad in Jehovah's eyes, and Jehovah gave them into the hand of the Philistines for 40 years.
Thank you, Sienna. Oh, I don't know if that's your name or your mother's name, but that was a very, very good reading. Everybody give a round of applause for that awesome reading. What does this text tell us? This text tells us the behavior of Jehovah's people were the reason why they needed to be punished. But from a secular point of view, we can see the disadvantage. Can anybody looking at the screen and thinking of Samuel chapter 13, verse 19 to the 21, what were the differences between the Israelites and the Philistines? And let's invite I'm looking for stars. Sister Andrea Potty. Andrea, your mic is muted, unmuted.
Yes, thank you. So the difference is, in Israel, which during the Bronze Age, it was soft. Bronze bends and dulls quickly in combat. It was malleable, so weapons deform under stress, and they were outdated. So the technology was from a dying era. And the Philistines, they were from the Iron Age. So their weapons were hard. Iron holds a sharp edge through battle. They were very durable. The weapons maintained structural integrity, and they were mass produced. So there were superior manufacturing capacities. So in reality, Israel was fighting tanks with baseball bats. The Philistines controlled the iron monopoly so completely that the Israelites had to go to Philistines blacksmiths just to sharpen their farming tools. So this just wasn't a military disadvantage, it was a technological subjugation. So they were very more well versed or more advanced.
Yes, yes, indeed. What is Jehovah trying to teach the Israelites? Well, let's go to the Bible. Can I get a reader for the first book of Samuel? And I want you to pay attention to verse 19, 20, and 21 so it can become clear what was the situation like. Can anybody help me read the first book of Samuel, chapter 13? Let's ask Sister Wilson, Serene Wilson.
Okay, and we're reading verses
19,
19.
20, and 21.
Okay. And now there was not a metal worker to be found in all the land of Israel, because the Philistines, because the Philistines had said, so that the Hebrews may not make a sword or a spear. And all the Israelites had to go down to the Philistines to get their plowshares, mattocks, axes, or sickles sharpened. Was it sticks? Sticks sharpened. Um, the price for sharpening was a pint for
Plowshare.
the plowshares, for the mattocks, for the three touched in instruments, for the axes, and for fixing fast the ox. What is that? I can't even
Ox
see
goad.
that. Ox goat. Okay, thank you.
Yep, 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 yep. Actually, verse 19 and verse 20 make it very clear. Philistine says, so that the Hebrews may not make a sword or a spear. So they were completely at a disadvantage. As we have talked, this is the area that was conquered by the Philistines. Egypt is right here, right? Egypt is bordering Gaza and is bordering Israel. So it was a completely disadvantage. Jehovah wanted his people to understand that if salvation were to come, it needed to come from Jehovah. But what made Samson different from all the judges? Do you know? What made Samson different from all the judges? Tara Johnson?
As it says, he was chosen at birth. So his family, his parents was given instructions on exactly what they were to do to raise him as his chosen one.
Yeah. And let me tell you, my friends, out of 11 judges, this was a very weird set of instructions. So, who were the main characters of this story? Can anybody help me read what it says there on the screen? Uh, Linda?
A divine promise to a barren couple. To Manoah, a Danite from Zoar, and his childless wife, an angel of Jehovah appeared. The message was a prophecy and a commission. She should bear a son. The angel declared he would be a Nazirite from birth and would take the lead in saving Israel out of the hand of the Philistines.
Go. So, this judge was going to be very different. He was going to be a Nazarite from birth. He received a divine appointment, but that appointment came with very strict restriction. And we can find those on the Bible in Judges chapter 13, verse 5. And let's ask Rhea Fleming to help us with that.
It says, look, sorry, 1 second, let me get rid of that echo. Look, you will conceive and give birth to a son, and no razor should touch his head, because the child will be a Nazarite of God from birth, and he will take the lead in saving Israel out of the hand of the Philistines.
Yeah, there's the prophecy. How would you have reacted when you heard or read that? It would have been hard to believe. So, what is the strategy? The strategy is very simple. I'm going to pick a family that cannot have kids. And I'm going to assign him a job from birth. I'm just going to change the game. The previous 11, pretty normal. Number 12, I'm going to change it a little bit. When you think about a woman being barren, can you think of other women in the Bible that were in a similar position? The Clemens family.
Yes. Oh, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, goes one. Who else? Patricia Rose.
That would be Abraham's wife,
Sarah.
Sarah.
There it is. And we think of another one. Raynell Green.
That would be Hannah.
Hannah, right there. So this is not the first time that Jehovah does this. So this set what we can call a divine uh, pattern. When Jehovah chooses barrenness as his starting point, he's making a statement. This victory will be mine alone. No human strength, no natural advantage, no room for pride, only divine intervention. Can anybody help me read this? Did you know? Sarah? Sarah, your mic is open.
Uh, did you know? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know the Nazarite restrictions didn't start with Samson? They started with his mother. Before Samson took the lead in delivering Israel, his mother had to follow special instructions to protect his sacred mission.
Boy, did she do it. Did she follow instructions? They were great parents. They were great parents. So when we looked about this, now we can see why this was so different, why this was so special. And the parents needed to raise this child in a special way. why Samson needed to be raised in a special way. Can anybody now help me read the geography, the buffer zone? We already talked about the tools. Now we need to talk about geography. Let's ask Tammy Kilpatrick.
The, I'm sorry, the geography, the buffer zone tells Zora versus the Sorek Valley Plain. Zora, Samson's home, perched high in the Shepleland foothills, natural defensive position overlooking enemy territory, a watchtower between mountains and coastal plain, close enough to see the enemy, too close to feel safe. 10 men enemy territory, down in the fertile Sorek Valley, controlled by Philistine forces, rich agricultural land under occupation, the prize both nations coveted. The view, every night of his childhood, Samson watched Philistine campfires burning in the valley below. The enemy wasn't an abstract concept, it was a nightly reminder visible from his doorstep. Geography shaped psychology. Fear became familiar.
Thank you very much. Are you guys following me? Do you guys understand what's going on? Because this is a mind game. This is a mind game right now. The visuals, or what you can see from your eyes, is that this is impossible to do. We're never going to be free up from this situation. But Samson parents are telling you, hey, you were chosen for this. This is why you're not drinking wine. This is why you're not eating grapes. This is why we haven't cut it. We have not cut your hair. And this is why we are avoiding you to be in contact with the dead. Must have been a strange way to do an upbringing. Very strange, especially when he became an adult. So please understand that a Nazirite vow was typically voluntary. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for 30 days. And that sacrifice, I'm going to give it to Jehovah. And that was great. But in terms of Samson, it was a life sentence since conception. This was non-negotiable. There were no suggestions. From the day he was born, he was set apart, consecrated, weaponized for one single purpose. And the parents did a fantastic job raising Samson. And in part 2, we're going to be talking about the first manifestation of divine power. When he fought a lion, when he fought 30 Philistine. We're also going to talk about the tools, very strange tools that he used, and we're going to go into the details of what he did. And we're going to talk about the fatal weakness and how the pieces of silver that were paid will remind us that treason always begins with pieces of silver. So friends, stay tuned for part 2. It is more than hair. We're going to see how he will use foxes to actually burn the ground, how he will use a animal chin to actually fight. You're going to see how those ropes will become linen, and you're going to know about the final prayer that Samson will make to Jehovah. Really, really impressive. Thank you, friends. We have come to the end of part 1. Please put on the chat your email, comment on the tour so that we can let you know when we're going to have part two. And I'm almost done with it. Next Monday, we're going to see the mission of steel, and we're going to see how biblical archaeology is definitely a science that we want to be good at because it explained to us how we can learn from the past. And those artifacts are available in places far from here, like Paris, France, or in places here in the United States, like Brooklyn. We have thousands of, not thousands, but hundreds of videos for you guys to watch. We cannot thank you enough. Here's my beautiful wife, put this together. It truly brings us joy to share these virtual experiences with our brothers and sisters. While there is no charge to attend, some have asked how they can support the project. Voluntary donations can help us continue offering these tours. Whatever you choose, thank you for your love, for your support, your encouragement. We truly appreciate it. And we personally like the notes and the postcards that we get in our house. I live in a property that belongs to a non-witness, and he tells me, hey, every day looks like your birthday because you get cards every day. I said, well, it's not my birthday. It's actually greeting cards from friends of ours. Well, friends, this brings this tour to an end. Let's stop the sharing. Let's stop the recording. Let's turn the video so that you guys can see each other. And please put your email or send me a text or a WhatsApp, and I'll send you the recorded part two, which should be done with that very, very soon. So you friends can always have wholesome entertainment to keep yourself busy when there's nothing to watch on TV. I'm gonna call a few friends, but I'm gonna have to eat dinner very soon because I haven't eaten dinner in a while, and it's already 5 minutes to 10 p.m. Let's begin with Sister Dancy from the South Congregation.
Yes, I was looking for the chat and I can't find it. So is there another way that I can send you an email and everything else?
Yes.
So I can send you, my email so you can send me, because I did went on your YouTube and it's very, very nice, very nice. So can I send you that or send it to WhatsApp, or because on here I kept looking for my chat button and I don't see it at all.
Yeah. The Zoom ID.
No, the chat, so I can send you my email address so you can let me know when part 2 is coming out.
You're talking about the chat. Oh, where
Right.
is the chat? Okay. So do me a favor. Take down my phone number
Okay, hold on.
and send me a text, and I'll send it to you.
Okay, hold on. Let me get to this phone. And what is it?
914
914
469
469
8548.
8548.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, I have it. I have it on the screen here. They show it on the slide, but I guess I did it too fast.
Okay.
Friends,
Thank you so much.
that's my email and that's my phone number
Okay.
and that's my home address. So
Okay,
Oh,
great.
that's what I need, your home
Okay.
address.
Picture.
okay, yeah.
Let me take that picture.
And friends, if you want me
Got
to
it.
make you into like a channel sponsor, I can do that for you. That way you could have access to all the videos. And I'm working on making this a lot easier to use, to see, because I know technology it can be complicated, if you don't know what you're doing. Delicia.
Hi, Stalin. Brother Costa, it's nice to see you. I got in here a little bit late. I forgot. But yes, if you could do that last thing you said, make a channel or something like that, or
Yeah.
sponsor something.
Yeah.
If you would do that, I would greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all your hard work, and may Jehovah continue to bless you and your lovely wife. And yes, indeed. And that's about it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sylvia. Deborah Green.
Oh, hi, Stalin. How are you?
I'm with
Hi.
you.
I just want to again give my condolence to you. I know what it's like. I lost both of my parents not so long ago. So I really feel your pain, and I give my condolences to your family. Also, I've been putting my email in the chat, but I still didn't get anything from you. So
Yes.
I have your address in your phone number. Can I call you and give it to you?
No, if you put it on the chat, I just need time to
Oh,
go.
okay.
But
Okay.
now that I'm slowly coming back to normal, everything
Okay.
you put on the chat, I will process it and send you. In fact, I'm gonna do that this week. Thank you,
Okay.
Deborah.
Well, I'm glad I got your address because I'm gonna send you and your wife a card. So
All right.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Deborah.
Uh-huh.
I
You
appreciate it.
you're welcome.
Kimberly, a true fan from 5 years ago. Kimberly? Oh, you
Oh,
close your microphone.
thank you for this tour. This tour was wonderful, and I just too want to extend my condolences to you because I've been through it. I've in 2022 I lost my son, and then in 2024 I lost my dad. So, but Jehovah has been Isaiah 41:10 for me.
Oh.
But of course, by you doing the tours and keeping business busy, I know this helped. And this Samson tour was really good because it looked a whole lot of ways that I never thought of how Jehovah has helped Samson to get through what he's get through, and
Yeah.
especially being able to look down and there's a reminder. And then and for to be a Nazarite, they had a lot. If they couldn't have some of them, especially probably they couldn't have any alcohol. They probably was kind of hard for them.
It was kind of hard. No
Yeah,
grapes either. I'm like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Could imagine hanging out, in the street corner with all the young ones. Sorry, I cannot drink. I have a special assignment. Evening
Yes,
specials. What are
without
you
cutting.
talking about, Willis?
Yeah, without
All
cutting your
right.
hair, fine. But without the alcohol, I know that probably was a lot for them.
Yeah, yeah. You can tell the sacrifice. Friends, it's here in Dominican Republic. We are 1 hour ahead. So right now it's going to be 10 p.m. and my wife is waiting for me to have dinner. Let me share with you my address. That's my physical address. Or maybe you want to take down my email or my phone number, and
Where is
you can send me whatever questions you wanna.
Can I have your address?
Thank you so much
The address. One
for
more time.
everything.
Oh, the address. Can you see it now?
No, I see you.
And how about now?
It's coming. Okay, get that thing out of here. Okay, thank you.
Not a problem.
835.
And friends, I promise you, I'm going to look at all the emails that you put on the chat to process it, and I'm going to send you the link
Oh,
to the channel.
oh wow.
Friends, for all your support. You guys have been
Father, go eat. I'm gonna log out so that man can go eat.
Good job, my brother.
Get out of yours.
You, Brother Costa.
Complicated.
Brother
Brother
You
Good
and your
Costa.
family
night.
take care.
Good night, everyone.
Good
You all
night.
so much.